A message from the Bulawayo Vendors and Traders Association, BVTA. BVTA. Beware coronavirus.
As we are in a global recession, the devastating impact of COVID-19 on businesses and employment has disproportionately impacted young people working in the services and sales sector as well as the informal economy. According to new data released by ILO and its global survey on youth and COVID-19, 17% of respondents who were employed before the outbreak stopped working altogether, and 42% reported a reduction in their income. This global pandemic has posed to deepen the social and economic crisis that already existed, with millions of young people not developing the skills that would enable them to get good jobs, start up businesses, and engage in their communities. The quality and levels of access to education, socio-economic rights, and skill development opportunities, particularly for the most marginalized, are desperately limited and inadequate for young informal traders who are demanding and deserve a better future.
So i-business engiyenzayo ngithengisa amaqimbi. So yeah, the challenges that I faced during lockdown ngebusiness yami, as you can see, ngiyenza i-barter trade. Liyabona phansi lapha kule nkomane. So what I do, I order this koshasha and ngawuda koshasha senziye emakhaya lapho kulamaqimbi khona. Mostly vele I base at Kezima Pizza, depending ukuthi angaphi ngasona leso sikhathi. So engikwenzayo ngifika ngenza i-barter trade. You find ukuthi abantu bemakhaya babelimile belomumbu but beswela inkomane. Engifika ngikwenze yikuthelisa, and umuntu uyathela phakathi kokhomane lolo agcwalise so njengoba ngithwele kanje, angathela mina sengimnika ukhomane. So ama-challenges engihlangane lawo, transport, seriously, to be frank, bengisebenzisa ama-Honda Fit emshikashika because kuke kwaba lesikhathi kuthiwa ama-intercity travels avunyelwa. So ngesikhathi kulamaqimbi bekuyisikhathi se-intercity and ibhaniwe. So bengisebenzisa ama-Honda Fit imshikashika nje ukuze ngikwanise ukuqhubeka ngebusiness yami. Yeah, enye challenge engananzelelayo, ngafika osobhuku bechinga bethi abantu base-town asibafuni, bazasiphathela i-corona. Luckily I'm from that side. Kwesinye isikhathi uyafikela esihlobeni sakho, isihlobo sikuhambise kosobhuku, usobhuku understanding ngoba wena ufikele isihlobo sakho.
I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm also into craft and art business. My business was, I was doing one business before the lockdown, but since the lockdown, my business was affected. Lapha local market, abantu they were failing now to buy these items because of prices local. So I was affected kakhulu with e-marketing and local marketing, because about local, they still have challenge to embrace the arts. To them, it's something else. So the market was too low in local. So that was my challenge kakhulu.
So I sell different types of clothes, and there's clothes like around and Bulawayo and partly Harare in South Africa. My challenges are facing COVID during the lockdown. It's like it was like a short notice, you know, a lockdown. And then I told this kind of thing is stock, you know. So and for Konalakana, Baba a period of challenge because I had shortage of stock. Is into some important and ngesikhathi lockdown we had to stay home, you know, and so as I said silently asange sathola isikhathi sokuthi sithengise, like andithi now we as vendors and need an open space, a public space where we can sell our stuff, you know. So if ngekho singekho public space and yeah, kusafeke somethi sebenzise like ama-phones ukuthi si-advertise stuff set online and no one.
Stella is a project that offers opportunities for young informal traders to interact and share ideas on how best they can grow their businesses. The project also seeks to capacitate young informal traders with important information on advocacy and participation in public policy. This initiative details with a survey that revealed a deep-seated apathy among young people when it comes to participating in public issues and discourses due to lack of knowledge. Some of the young informal traders have had access to the revolving funds that will enable them to boost their businesses.
I run a company called Feel Easy Enterprises. So Feel Easy Enterprises is all about manufacturing reusable hygiene wear and handmade home craft wear. So when I talk of handmade homemade craft wear, I talk of things like rags, I talk of things like blankets, I talk of things, anything that is handmade from scratch. So when I talk of reusable hygiene wear, I talk of reusable pads, reusable diapers, reusable panty liners, anything affiliated with the woman and the home. That is what Feel Easy Enterprises is all about. Well, I've learned so much under the Stella project. Personally, I was so confused on how to write a business plan. I wasn't really confident. So for me, it gave me that eye-opener as to how to like fully write a business plan and to now pick out which loan institutions I can tackle according to my business. Because as an informal trader, it's one of those things whereby, okay, I'm just starting up a business. Let me just randomly go to maybe EcoBank and stuff like that, you know. And I'm thinking, okay, if I go to EcoBank and my business, will I be able to manage the percentage, the interest percentage that they are going to put like on my loan? So Stella has opened up my eyes such that now I'm able to differentiate. Now there's actually the ground to say, okay, this is where I'm heading, you know, the full guidance and stuff like that.
Ngiyathengisa amaphampa lawa ngiyawoda eSouth Africa, ngiyawoda emaningi sengiwa-repackage ngiwathengisa, amanye ngithengisa ama-1-1. I-lockdown, i-COVID le ingakabi khona, ngangiyi-cross border ngicrossa ngisema Joburg. So ngenxa ye-lockdown le angisacrossi. Ngiyabonga iStella, iprogram yeStella eyayenzakala kwe-entrepreneurship, lakho even ukusebenzisa izinto zoku-social media like Zoom, ukuyenza i-business online, ukufunda kwama-bylaws, konke sekufundiswe kuStella. Lakho sesiwazi ukuthengisa into zisemthethweni, ukuthi kumele sithengise lathi sifollow ama-bylaws aka-City Council.
I'm a trader and also a vendor go YITT 10, that is Ntombane. I started last year, or should I say last year, but keeping chickens. Mostly it was broilers, but due to electricity problems that we incurred during that period, we had to cut down production. The Stella project has assisted me in many ways. We market our chickens and using social media, like mostly Facebook advertising, WhatsApp. The revolving fund, yes, it's a good thing. It boost the business. Like I saying,
Young informal traders who have been onboarded into the Stella project have been trained on different trainings, which include internal savings and lending schemes, advocacy, entrepreneurship, constitutionalism, and digital skills, which should enable them to market and advertise their wares online. Wi-Fi routers have been installed in some markets in Bulawayo and Harare to allow young informal traders to have access to free internet.
So you'd find out there's also the revolving fund, which is also helping us in young people that are in business. In the economy that we live in, you'd find out it's very difficult to be in business and access to funding. You don't get, even the banks can't even finance us. Even if I have an order, it's very difficult for the banks to finance even later on the orders, or just to provide us with capital. So yes, Stella is also helping us in that regard. What can be done in the future, maybe looking at how the business weather is and how things are, especially in the economy that we're in Zimbabwe. I would say most probably, firstly, in terms of capital. Capital is the most important thing in terms of learning or financing your businesses. And then next would maybe go to entrepreneurial literacy, because in business you'd find out, you'd learn a lot of things. So I think young people can be helped in that regard, where we're supposed to learn about business and know and understand the business itself and understand how it works.
I'm into a business of selling groceries. As much as the Stella project is concerned, since we started conducting those trainings, I've learned a lot, especially for business-minded people. You know, you have to find new ways or strategies on how to make your business survive. So the Stella project really helped me a lot, because it was an eye-opener for me to see that my business cannot just be stationed at one point, but I can also move it from place to place, although there are lockdown restrictions.
Stella maybe provided a platform, and a social media platform, whereby we're sharing our ideas, business ideas, our innovative ideas. How can we expand our businesses? So like Lapana, maybe I've benefited many things. Maybe maybe first of all, it's a media for marketing. Now you can advertise our projects. Secondly, you can talk of our ideas, whereby we're sharing our ideas, how to effects of COVID-19.
The project also seeks to build up and bolster democracy, as well as promoting the civil rights of young informal traders, apropos of the government's reaction to the pandemic.